All right, so in this video, I'm teaching you how to melt, baby. Melt.
Initiating rogue protocol. Rogue hive detected. Rogue fixer drone detected. Vital signs critical. Rogue hive detected. Rogue agent eliminated. Now detecting contaminated gear. Manhunt detected nearby. Nearby rogue agent killed. Contaminated gear detected. Rogue agent neutralized. Rogue protocol initiated. Rogue defender drone detected. Now detecting contaminated gear. Serious trauma detected.
All right, so what is up, my people? Yo, so check me out. This is the build I've been working on. I've been using a lot of different builds. I played through the night once again. I'm so like, I'm messing up my schedule every day, but this build is awesome. I have some like things to let you know before I go in depth into the build. You will die sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna happen, but usually you should be able to outburst DPS almost anybody you see. Even rifle builds, okay? Rifle builds are real popular right now in the dark zone. They do a lot of damage. They're insane. But I'm just enjoying all different type of builds and doing my best to make some dank builds. Right here we have what I'm enjoying and what I think to be one of the best SMG builds in the game. But you know, that's just my opinion. You let me know in the comments below what you like to run, what you think is the best, and you know, I might feature that in a video one day. But yo, this is how it goes down in the dark zone. I'm running this Lady Death. It doesn't have the most insane roll, but it's really good. It has crit chance, SMG. Shout out to my boy Drew, Like Butter. If you guys don't know about Like Butter Live, man, I don't know what to tell you. He's a huge guy in the division, man. And he was so nice to give this to me, man. I had grinded for 3 days, and I was real lucky to have him on my team. And it dropped for him on the first boss, and he was so kind to give it to me. So here's the video. And I hope you enjoy. I hope you slay with it, right? So you get this from farming the open world bosses in New York City. And you can find maps for that everywhere on Google. So right here, when you're moving, you gain 4 stacks per second, or 8 stacks if you're sprinting, up to a total of 40 stacks, okay? Each round fired consumes a stack, amplifying damage by 60%. All right, so insane. I'm gonna just show you the buff real quick. So all you have to do is move, right? And then under your armor, you see it right there on the right. It's like 2 pistols, one looking up, one looking down. That buff right there is consumed 1 stack per shot at 60% damage amplified until you use all the stacks. Okay, that means your damage is insane. All right, and if used properly, you can like absolutely slap with this, man. Absolutely slap with this. So the way I would use it is basically I would run with my secondary, and then as soon as I pull up on the enemies, I would use this primary, right? And I should get a buff with versatile, which is actually insane. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. Amplifying more damage, and if you time it right, you could get an insane amount of damage, burst damage. 35% to enemies within 15 meters for shotguns and SMGs. So basically, that's one of my talents. My secondary talent is glass cannon. I use a bunch of different builds, all right? So if you want to use a survivability DPS build, I would suggest farming this exotic chest, which grants you basically unbreakable. but not only to you, to your whole group. So whenever you or an ally's armor breaks, they gain 80% of your armor as bonus armor. You can run this different ways. I have another build coming up where I'm going to show you how to be a insane beast with it. If you want, leave me in the comments below what you like to run, and like I said, I might shout you out in the video if you spark an idea in my mind. So killing an enemy with your specialized weapon removes this cooldown, which is super awesome if you're farming anywhere. It doesn't work so great in the dark zone because you can't reset it, but it's still a super powerful piece. I just like the melt. You guys know, all my DPS guys and girls in the chat, you guys know, man, or in the comments on YouTube, y'all know that DPS is fun. You get to melt players instantly. I got more videos at the end of the stream or at the end of this YouTube video for you guys to see more gameplay. All right, so I'm gonna break down. I broke down the exotic for you guys. Basically, when you get a kill, you get 20% movement speed for 10 seconds, which is like the old school booster high before they changed it. And any secondary you want, whether it be like a sniper, if you're nice with the snipe game. I have this SMG because the stats look pretty good, and I'm trying out measured. It's all right. I might try out strained and see how it works. It might work a little bit better since I'm running crit chance with this build. And once again, you can swap this build any way you want, but this is what I think is the best. The main reason is because you're getting multiplicative damage. You need to get these name knee pads, man. Fox prayers, if you haven't, you could do it on allocated loot. And I suggest you grind until you get you a pair, man. 15% damage out of cover is a standard roll for this piece, and that's an amazing roll. Like, you guys don't understand how much that matters in damage. I use this to rip armor, 11% damage to armor, and also I'm running all damage and crit chance depending on what you need. You should run, like, once again, I always say in my videos that you should start building towards crit chance first, and once you get to a comfortable crit chance or max crit chance, you should stop and then start speccing into crit damage, because that's what's going to make the difference for you. Okay, when you're fighting somebody and you're proccing your crits and you need that damage. Okay, so right here we have another named item, which is Contractor's Gloves, which is a Petrov piece. It gives you LMG damage, which is okay because you want that 11% multiplicative damage to armor to strip that armor. Right here, all of this is my opinion too. If I'm ever wrong in something, just let me know in the comments below and I'll try to correct myself for the audience. But here we have a yall mask, which is also 21% damage to health and insane damage. I'm running a higher crit, 11.3. I'm getting these mods from legendary missions and they're insane. They help me. Like, most people probably have like 10 crit hit damage, or you know, that 1% kind of helps, man. All right, but I'm trying to get a max row. I got a max armor mod, but it wasn't what I was looking for. So skill haste right here, try to always get what you want. You know, like if I could have got crit damage right here, this would have been real amazing. Like 12 crit hit damage. Oof, that would have been crazy, right? And damage hazard protection, so you're not taking so much damage. Once again, you know, we're using this for some headshot damage, and our main concern is the crit chance. So you want to use 2 of these pieces and more crit hit damage. And once again, you could use different pieces. If you're not comfortable with glass cannon, you can always run efficient, which helps you with med kits, and it increases your specialist bonus by 100%, which is real amazing, especially if you're encountering somebody in a fight and your specialization is healing you at the same time, you know, over time, and it's buffed up to, you know, 100%, which is doubling basically anything that you're getting, right? And then you could also run spotter, which amplifies your damage. You can run intimidate if you're running with somebody that runs like a tank build, like perfect vanguard, which will give you armor. And yeah, I like glass cannon personally. I run this when I'm solo. When I'm fighting a group that's a little bit better, I like to put this on, and then yeah, I walk in like that and I do my thing. So usually you want to have at least 50 crit. 60 crit is the max. Once again, you get that by having all your pieces rolled correctly. And right here I also have another glass cannon for the SMG to increase a little bit of crit, but I really like rocking the 2 Providence right now. I feel like that's pretty meta and pretty amazing, right? So yeah, that's the build in a nutshell. I hope it helps you. I'm running this signature right now, but I would probably suggest running like demolitionist because you get armor. You get ammo on your armor being depleted, and that really helps when you're 1v1ing somebody and you got to win your 1v1s to win the 1v4s.
Proximity cover.
Oh yeah, before I go, I wanted to tell you guys, like, anytime that I'm playing and I'm making a PvP build, I'm gonna bring you guys an assault rifle build soon. I want to like use these pieces. Like, these 3 pieces are a must in my opinion, and then these 2 pieces I like because they give me crit chance, but they're not necessary. Like, you could change those 2 pieces out. So like I was saying, you can run the exotic and you can run another piece that'll give you, you know, whatever benefit you want.
Hilo is headed back.
And it'll help you. Like, we could run a Seska right here, and this will be with, like, let's say Bloodsucker. I like to switch it up, so I like changing and trying different
Incoming
things.
dark zone drop.
But usually I like going with damage
Dark
mainly.
zone drop available.
And then lastly, like, you want to make
Incoming
this,
cargo
if you're
plane
like a
with dark zone
defensive
drop.
player, or you want that armor back, this is kind of like your meta, these 5 pieces. And then you always want to run the last 6, the 6th piece, you want to use whatever weapon you're using. So like, let's say if I'm using a marksman, I want to use a Raldi.
Extraction called.
If I'm using I want to use Fenris. If I'm using an assault rifle, right? RNK. If I'm using a pistol, because it'll give me pistol damage. And yeah, that's basically how you want to do it, guys. I think I covered everything. I want to make sure I'm being like thorough. And yeah, that's about it. And any of these builds will do. However you want to rock them, you can rock Perfect Vigilance. I prefer not to run Perfect
drop
Vigilance.
incoming.
I'd rather use Bloodsucker or Versatile. And the reason is because when you're using a Perfect Vigilance, you're getting that 25 damage taken away when you take damage. So, you know, I'd rather not lose any damage and buff my damage in any way that I can. And yeah, man, that's about it for the video. So you know, it's really useful. I run a jammer post, but I don't really talk about the skills usually too much because that's your preference. If you like a drone that heals you, or if you like a drone that deflects damage, that's up to you. I got more builds coming though. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I always try to answer those questions. And I hope this video helped you. And above most, I hope you enjoyed, all right? Salute, and enjoy this gameplay coming up. Peace.
A rogue agent has stolen the dark zone drop. Rogue protocol initiated. Rogue drone detected. Rogue firefly detected. Contaminated gear detected. Pickup initiated. Rogue hive detected. Contaminated gear detected.
15 seconds, and then we go. Extraction begun. Extraction completed.
Hilo is headed back. Called for. Rogue protocol initiated. Rogue fixer drone detected. Contaminated gear detected. Rogue agent eliminated.
You need some pretty difficult exotics, honestly. So hopefully you guys are ready to grind and slap fools, okay?
Immediate medical assistance needed. Contaminated gear detected. activated. Extraction helo. Almost within range. Rogue incinerator turret detected. Rogue defender drone detected. Rogue hive detected. Nearby agent has become rogue.
I can never move. My mouth is fucking.
DZ drop incoming.
Helo on the way.
Extraction called. Heavily armed hostiles guarding location nearby. Now detecting contaminated gear. Manhunt now in effect. Now detecting contaminated gear.